Sexual harassment in the workplace by and towards male, female, transgender, and non-binary individuals is illegal and can create a hostile work environment. This reduces productivity and may lead to a lawsuit. The good news is that employers who take swift, proper action will protect their company from this type of disruption and expensive legal bills. Alex Rubin here, owner of Rubin Employment Law. In this video, I'm going to give you 7 best practices for investigating a workplace sexual harassment claim. Please keep in mind this is general information, not legal advice, and your mileage may vary depending on where your business is located and changes in the law. First, let's make sure you know what sexual harassment is. Sexual harassment comes in 2 flavors. 1, quid pro quo sexual harassment, and 2, hostile work environment harassment. Quid pro quo harassment means that a workplace benefit, such as a salary increase, a promotion, or any other perk, is dependent on some type of sexual favor. This could be anything from going out on a date to having sex. Hostile work environment sexual harassment means that someone is behaving in such a way as to offend a reasonable person or make them uncomfortable because of their sex. This conduct can be physical, written, or oral. Keep in mind that harassment can involve employees of any sex or gender identity in any combination, and the harasser need not necessarily be an employee. It can be a customer or a vendor. Now that we know what sexual harassment is, here are 7 tips on how to investigate such complaints. Tip number 1, handle all complaints thoroughly, confidentially, and impartially. A sexual harassment claim, whether made by a victim or a witness, whether reported formally or informally, must be taken seriously and always must be kept confidential to the extent practical. Above all, don't downplay the claim, and be sure your investigators are well-trained and impartial. Tip number 2, start investigating at once. Delaying the investigation once you become aware of the claim could give the impression that your company isn't treating the employee's sexual harassment complaint seriously. You also risk facing a lawsuit before completing your investigation. That would not be good. Tip number 3, put an end to all fears of retaliation. All parties involved must be made aware that the company will not tolerate any form of retaliation against anyone involved in the investigation. Tip number 4, gather evidence. Information such as who was involved, the names of witnesses, what happened, where it occurred, any comments made during the incident or afterwards, and why the complainant found the behavior inappropriate must be documented. Include emails, social media posts, text messages, contemporaneous notes, and other supporting documents. Tip number 5, build a paper trail. Keep track of all complaints, evidence, and actions the company took during and after the investigation. This will bolster your company's defenses in case of a lawsuit. Tip number 6, take corrective measures. Create a report discussing your factual findings, conclusions, and the steps your company has taken or will take to remedy the situation. Be sure to provide all parties with the information contained in this report. And finally, last but not least, tip number 7, train your employees. All employees should receive regular training on sexual harassment prevention so they know what's considered improper behavior and whom to report it to. Make your sexual harassment prevention policy and training mandatory for all employees, as well as for contractors, temporary workers, and interns. Don't forget to review your sexual harassment policies and procedures every year. Look, sexual harassment claims can be challenging and costly to your business. They can result in lower production, low employee morale, and damage to your reputation, which could force your business to permanently close its doors. If you're dealing with a sexual harassment claim or you need help updating your policies and procedures, don't wait. Give us a call or email us today so we can help.